Hello everyone, welcome back. In this last video of Selenium frameworks, we'll talk about what points to add in resume for Selenium frameworks. So in one of my comments, I saw one asking that how to build resume for this framework. So I thought let's build a video and tell them that exactly the points that you need to add in resume. And it's always a problem for freshers, like they can easily build their frameworks, but to define it in resume, they find it difficult. So for them, it's like just here, I'll tell you all the points that we can add to our resume. Now, if you'll go through the resume part and if you'll see the points, you'll figure it out that the steps that we are doing throughout our project, the same things we are writing in resume, but in more described form. So let's see what points basically we are going to put in our resume. Now, these are the steps to build resume. First, you need to give name of the project, basically what type of project it is. The one that we have built frameworks is a e-learning project. So we can say it's a e-learning project. And again, website name, this is the website that we tested. So one can easily figure it out that what type of website it was and how it looks like. Now, what points to add? So we'll go step by step. Like first, when a project comes to you, the thing is that you develop test case, you develop plans to use it used in functional testing environment. So basically, the test case and test plans are the first thing that usually we come across and we plan to build so that we can write test cases accordingly. So that we'll put the first point here. Second, we'll say we developed an implemented page object model in this project. So basically, if you see the Selenium frameworks is all about page object model. So we'll say that we have implemented this in our project. So from there, the interview will get that idea that, okay, we have used the main feature of Selenium frameworks. After that, we maintain the traceability metrics to ensure all requirements have met and keep track of these test cases being automated. So the test cases, whatever the test cases we tried, all we had the requirements. Like it's very important to keep a track of all the details that what the requirement was, did we match that requirements and all. Now, once you have talked about the project section, then you can say that what you used here. You use Java, Selenium web drivers, and Maven TestNG to execute data-driven and behavior-driven frameworks and hybrid automation frameworks using Maven tool. So basically, to execute this data-driven behavior and hybrid automation frameworks, we need this Maven tool, and these languages what we are talking about, as well as the tools, these are used to build. So we'll mention that, okay, we have worked on all these tools. So we'll get a clear picture that, okay, in the project, we have used all the required tools. That's important. Now run test case. So at the end, you have seen we have run the test case using POM and testng XML file. So those are the important parts. So we'll say that, okay, in this frameworks, we have implemented this also. Now we used Apache for the data provide for basically reading the data from Excel sheets. So we'll mention that as well. And again, to perform front-end functional testing, we use the locators like XPath name, ID, class name, and link text. So from there, you'll get an idea that, okay, we are familiar with these locators that is in Selenium web drivers. At the end, you can say we integrated code to the GitHub. That means you have the idea of GitHub as well. So along with this Java, Selenium WebDriver, TestNG, Cucumber, all these tools, apart from this, you have idea of the GitHub as well. So you have integrated the code to GitHub. And at the end, to run smoke test, you have used Jenkins. So basically, Jenkins to run at designated time. So basically, Jenkins, you have the idea of Jenkins as well. So apart from these tools, you have idea about the Jenkins that helps to perform smoke testing also. So you'll get an idea from here that the candidate knows about Jenkins as well. And at the end, to generate reports, we have learned about the extend reports. We have used the extend reports, as well as we have tried to take the screenshots of specific areas, and as well as by that we can easily figure it out that how many passed and failed. So basically, if you see, I have described the complete project in points where I have mentioned what we did in project, like we wrote the test cases, and again we talked about what steps we implemented. Second, we talked about that what tools we are using along with the programming language. Then we said in that project, there's files, what files we have added. And as well as we have talked about the Excel file. That means whatever is required in Selenium frameworks and what we did in our project, all we have mentioned here in terms of point. So just you have to add these points to your resume so that just it will be clear to the interviewer that you have performed all the tasks that's required in Selenium frameworks. At last, you can put your skills here that you are familiar with this Core Java, Selenium WebDriver, TestNG, Cucumber, Maven, GitHub, Jenkins, Apache POI, and Extend Report. So all these parts are needed to run a Selenium frameworks. You need to mention all the skills, because if you know all of this, then in that case you can easily work on Selenium frameworks that every interviewer knows about. So at last you have to add these skills as well. Now the structure as well as these skills will remain same for every project. So if in case you are changing your project from e-learning to e-commerce, or maybe to the healthcare, or maybe to the banking project, so all the scenarios will be same, the structure of frameworks will be same, and all the points will be same. Just what you have to do, and the skills what I say, these will also be same. So you have to do just is follow the same structure and just change the name of the project and the website, and rest will remain same. So this structure will work for all resume format. So these are the points that you have to add in resume, and by this you can easily build your resume. So that's all in the Selenium frameworks part. So I hope this points will help you to build your resumes. See you with another language or another videos in my upcoming lectures. Till then, bye bye. Thank you.